You always call me a dainty princess.
I like it sometimes, but that was ridiculous.
Take the wing and let it be free. I'm trying to cook some food here.
Hi y'all and welcome back. It's been a while, I know. I've been very busy these past 2 weeks, but I'm totally back now and will be uploading daily again. This new series is Amberlynn's Cooking. From sink water soups to soy sauce spaghetti, we're in for a ride. Again, thank y'all for bearing with me while I was away. Now let's get into it.
I know people like to make fun of me for my soups, so I figured this was a perfect time because I haven't made a soup and I can't tell you how long, so I figured this was perfect opportunity to do a cook with me video. I have no idea what I am doing. I just randomly thought about all this. Okay, so first things first, add the ground meat. That sounds so gross. I don't use oils, I use water, so I'm gonna add a little bit of water. Just to get everything smelling good, we're gonna add some pepper. I like a lot of pepper because I like spice. We're going to add some of the table blend. We're going to add some of the minced garlic. Obviously, my favorite part, some garlic powder. Woo-hoo! I love garlic. So we're going to cut our onion now, just to get it over with. So depending on how you like your onion, cut it to the size that you want, but you won't be adding this in until we have the broth in there and stuff. But some people like bigger chunks, some people like smaller chunks. I happen to like bigger, but I think we're gonna do like a medium style, kind of like that. Just depends on how much you like onion. I happen to love it. Becky hates onion, so she won't be eating on this. Make sure you're also paying attention to your chicken. Now we want to get the black beans ready. See how gross that is? No. You want to rinse. So you're gonna empty that in a strainer. Turn on your cold water. And do this. Get all that goop off of it. Once that's done, you're just gonna set it to the side. So what you're gonna wanna do next, when you notice that your chicken is pretty much done, you're gonna wanna add the taco seasoning. Ooh, yes. But like I said, you can make your own taco seasoning, but I'm lazy. So we're just gonna keep it simple. And then stir. I did add a little bit of more water because you don't wanna add the taco seasoning to super dryness because you don't wanna burn anything. I'm going to add 2 cups of water. Two chicken cubes. My onion. Give that a stir. Wait for it to boil. Ooh, that looks good already. Now that it is beginning to boil, I'm gonna add, this is barely a cup of corn, so we're gonna add that. We are also going to add the beans. And this is up for your liking. If you want more broth, add more water. Add another cube. If you want it to be more thick and meaty, keep it as it is. This is when the salsa is going to come in. You're gonna add however much to your liking. I added about half. Stir that. Now you're going to take your spinach. Spinach gets small, so you don't have to cut it, nothing. Welt down a lot. So now that I've stirred it, I'm just gonna let it cook and kind of love into each other for about 10 minutes. So here is how it's looking. It is pretty much done, you guys. So I'm going to serve me some right now and do a little taste test. Doesn't that look delicious? I don't know, it does to me. I am exhausted. It's been a hot minute before I really cooked something that was took a lot of attention. I feel like soups for me take a lot of it just needs a lot of your attention. So here we go. I want to do a little bit of everything. Spinach, meat, corn, broth, beans, onion, and the salsa is floating around in there. Look at that spinach hanging off. I love spinach like this in soups. It's so good. It's hot. Just got off the stove. Just how I like it. I love my food hot. You know what this reminds me of? Even though it's taco seasoning and I try to do kind of like a taco flair, it reminds me of like a chili, kind of. And what I love about this, since it's a one pot situation, when it comes to calories, you just add everything up, and then say you want that whole pot to be 4 meals, 6 meals, whatever it is, divide it by that. Divide it by 4 meals, divide it by 6 meals, and then your calories will come out. Usually soups like this, not many calories, especially when you do divide it by 4 or divide it by 6. Whew. So good. Okay, so I am chefing it up. I'm currently making a soup. You guys have seen me do this so many times, but you guys enjoy it, so I figured I would show you what I'm putting in it. I already put an onion. I put some of these. They're the baby gold potatoes. So I have put basil in it, Italian, garlic powder, parsley, salt, pepper, some of this royal blend with chia. It's pretty much just rice. So just a little bit of that. I also put this cauliflower pearls. It's just minced cauliflower. This said use it by 3 days ago, but it seemed like it was all right, so I added that in the soup. Of course, sriracha. The base is this organic chicken broth with water, some Bragg's, a little bit of ketchup. Did I say parsley? I feel like I did. Corn, obviously, and a little bit more towards the end, I'm gonna put some green olives. So this is how it's looking right now. Really good for a cold and rainy night. So it is complete. I hate how the lighting on my phone is making it look more like yellowy, but it's actually more red. So that's weird. This looks so good. Oh my gosh. Gotta get some broth though. What is it, lovely? What is it? You want me to hold you, don't you? Yeah, you do. Ta-da! Bon appetit. Alright, so I'm just gonna enjoy my soup. If you guys are wondering where I got this bowl, because this is like my favorite bowl in the whole entire world. This is by Pioneer Woman. And, okay. Oh, it wants some broth. Maybe I could make it some kitty broth. But, yeah, this is from Pioneer Woman from Walmart. I am obsessed with everything Pioneer Woman. Is amazing. But the soup is so good. You guys should definitely try it. Any of my soup recipes, like a lot of them are kind of similar to each other, but a lot of them are like different. Sorry, you can't see my face, but I'm just slaying you with this beautiful bowl here. But soup is really fun to make, and you could do like different things inside of it. For some reason, every time I make a soup, it just tastes better than the last. So me and Rarity Gray are gonna go. Destiny is just wrapping some gifts, because we're gonna take all the gifts early to her mom's house, so they're underneath the tree. I hate talking to you guys when you can't see me. This is awkward. I have been obsessed with making a kimchi rice, so I want to show you how I make it. I know this is not traditional in any way, like not traditional. I just want to let that be known, because I make things my way and how I like them to taste. So it's wet because I just washed this. This is only if you want to, but I'm going to use some olive oil. So I add onion in here. Obviously, the main ingredient, rice. Before you add anything else, you're gonna wanna just cook it a little bit. Stir it, make sure it doesn't get burnt, because that is not the goal. I add some pepper, some salt, some garlic powder. Even though I added onion, I'm still going to add some onion powder. I will be adding some low sodium soy sauce. Obviously, some sriracha. Obviously, add how much you want, because some people don't like that spicy and other people do. Now, this is the part that you guys are probably going to question, but I do add some ketchup. I feel like it really makes it good. Not too much. Stir it up. Okay, so after I add anything else, what I do is kind of flatten it, because I want to make it crispy. That is my goal. I have it on medium. Don't put it too high because it will burn. So just let it sit like that for 3 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes. And you're going to flip it. See how it turned like that golden brown? That is exactly what I aim for. And you're just going to do this process. I don't know. I do it about like 5 times, 4 times. It depends on how fast. But that is what makes it crispy and delicious. So I'm going to do it again. So this is the kimchi I use. I got it from Walmart. I only add about 4 pieces of it. These ones have pretty big pieces, so. And then I add some of the flavoring, obviously, because that is what makes it really good. I don't add that until I have crispied the rice, because you don't want to like make your cabbage crispy. You don't want to make the kimchi crispy. No, no, no. Later on, we're also going to add some sesame seeds. So I added the kimchi. Now I'm just going to put some green onion, scallion, whatever you want to call it, and sesame seeds. I will be turning it again. Remember, you do not want to burn it. It is easy to do. And then just go through the process again. So for the final product, I know again this is gonna be weird for some people, but I add raw onion to the bottom. It adds so much flavor. If you do not like raw onion, then don't do this part. Normally I like this a little crispier, but I think today that is good. So what I do as the final thing, I add a little bit more greens, a little bit more raw onion, and just a little bit more of this. And that is the final product. So one of my most requested videos is make food, Amberlynn, make food. So that is what we're going to do. As you guys know, I'm obsessed with soups. It's cold out. I like to get experimental, and I feel like it's the best way for me as a person to get in my vegetables. So these are all the ingredients I'm going to be using for this soup. We have chicken broth that is reduced sodium. You're also going to need water because that's just not enough juices. Do you get what I'm saying? We're going to use some seasonal garlic powder, pepper. I need to put some more in there. Some Italian dressing, minced garlic. I actually forgot. We're also going to need basil and parsley. Obviously, an onion. That is my favorite. 2 medium-sized potatoes, ketchup, sriracha, liquid aminos. This is just a healthier version of soy sauce. You can use soy sauce if you want. I'm going to use some diced tomatoes with habaneros. It's supposed to be hot, but somehow I doubt it. We're going to do some French-style green beans, some artichoke hearts. If you don't like artichoke hearts, you definitely don't have to add it. We're going to do some corn. We're going to do some broccoli and cauliflower just as a whole. We're just going to keep it just like that. We're going to do some carrots and some lentils. Okay, so I'm about to cut the potatoes and the onions and just kind of prep everything and get it ready for the soup. Do not forget to wash your potatoes. I know some people don't, but it's very important that you do so, but I guess that's up to you. Okay, so I have the stove on high. We're gonna add the broth. Okay, so this is how much the broth did. A pretty decent amount, but not enough, so I'm gonna add water. Okay, now the water's in there. And I'm gonna start adding the seasonings. Okay, so we're gonna add some garlic powder.
Baby, can you have my peanut butter?
Yes. Where'd it be at?
Somewhere in there.
Here it is. I didn't know we had. Oh yeah, this is for the
Chicken up hard.
Okay. Garlic powder. I don't measure anything. Parsley. It really is just up to the person. Pepper. You guys know me. I usually add the seasoning after I add the potatoes, but I don't know. As this is boiling, I want the juices to flow. You know what I'm saying? Yes, a lot of pepper. Basil. And Italian, which I add, I wouldn't say a lot, but a decent amount because this adds a lot of flavor. We're gonna do some seasonal salt. We're gonna add a little bit of ketchup. It's funny, you guys think I love ketchup, but I don't.
I do.
Destiny does. Like, I only add it in my soups, and I add the tiniest bit. It just adds flavor. Like, if I was to get a cheeseburger, I would ask for no ketchup. I add some of the aminos. Now I'm going to do the sriracha, which I do add a lot of. I like spice. And then if I need more later, I just add more. I'm going to add some minced garlic now. About that much.
Thank you.
Okay. So now I'm gonna let that boil just a little bit. That is how it is looking so far. It just has to boil just a tiny bit and then I'll start adding stuff. I got all the vegetables ready that I will be adding. This over here, this over here. This stuff, obviously, I'm gonna add first because this is what is gonna take the longest to cook. Okay. Before it gets too hot, because this will splash up a little bit, you don't want to burn yourself. You can add. See, it splashes up a little bit. I know some of you will say in the comments there's an easier way to do this, and if there really is, let me know. So
I would just use a knife instead of that big old ladle.
Oh,
that's it.
Good idea.
That spoon that you used for the garlic.
True. It already looks good and hasn't even cooked yet. And I know my soups, once it starts cooking and stuff, like the broth gets evaporated by all the potatoes and just the deliciousness absorbs. Thank you, Destiny.
Sorry.
So I know that does happen, but it's still really good. Lentil time. We're gonna add the lentils next. I'm just gonna actually add the rest of these. If there are vegetarians out there, this is not vegetarian. If there's vegans out there, this is not vegan. It's very close. The only thing that is preventing this from being vegetarian or vegan is the broth. So you can always use vegetable broth. I use chicken because that's just, I don't know. It's just what I prefer, I guess. So yeah, if you're a vegan or vegetarian and you want to try this, just get vegetable broth instead. Yay! Okay, so the next thing I'm going to add is the frozen right here. And then after I add this, I'm going to wait a little bit, add the corn, add this, and that. Because this will become kind of soggy, so you want to add that last. I drained the liquid that was in the artichoke hearts, and I only added half of them. I might add the whole thing, but it's kind of small, but I'm kind of just experimenting for now. So I don't want to ruin the soup. Going to add these. I don't want to add the whole thing, so I added a little bit more than half. Update, I did add the rest of the artichoke hearts. I just realized so much soup and there just wasn't enough artichoke. Everything has been added, even the green beans. It's colorful, smells delicious. Destiny even said it smelled good, but she's about to head off to work, so I wish she was here to enjoy this with me. Obviously when it starts boiling really hard, you need to turn it down, so I put it a little bit above medium, and it's just gonna need to simmer for quite a bit of time. I'd say almost 40 minutes. Just let all the flavors fall in love with each other. That's when it tastes the best, really. Actually, as leftovers is when it tastes the best, but yeah. So look how beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I feel like this is the best way for me to eat vegetables, like I said before. I don't know, it just looks so good. I really want you guys to try this. Obviously I haven't tried it yet, but I will definitely let you know what I think when it's done. Okay, so it has been cooking for quite some time now, and it is finished. So I'm gonna dish myself some. Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. If you guys hear a noise in the background, I'm watching Avocado. I can't say his name, but I'm watching him on YouTube right now. There we go. All done. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I did try a bite and it's really good. Amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This looks so good. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Yeah, so try it if you'd like. There is some of the hearts. I'm so excited for that. But yeah, so cooking with Amberlynn. What do you guys think about it? So let's do another recipe. You guys really enjoy these videos and I enjoy filming them. We're gonna make a cauliflower fried rice. As you guys know, I love rice. It is delicious, but I wanted to do a healthier alternative and I really do enjoy cauliflower. So this is perfect. I've never done this before. I'm pretty much winging it, but that's okay. So what you're gonna need is eggs, green onion, carrots, soy sauce, or you can use liquid aminos. This is healthier, a lot healthier and less sodium. I'm gonna use some sriracha. A lot of people are like, Amberlynn, why are you always using sriracha? It's because I like spice. I don't like bland. I love spicy stuff. Minced garlic, an onion, some salt, pepper, corn, of course, cauliflower, and some peas. So that is everything you need for this recipe. So you can use whatever oil you want to use. I'm just going to use the Pam, the original spray. First thing we're going to be adding is the onion, however much you think you need. I do love onion, so the rest of this I'll just save for another recipe. If you are wondering, this is one of my most favorite things that I have. It cuts the onion for you or whatever you need in just perfect little squares. I love it. I cannot cut that good. Come on now. Next thing is the minced garlic. Add however much you want, but that's about right for me. I'm gonna mix it up. You don't want the heat on too high because you don't want to burn the garlic. Garlic tends to burn really easily, so I have mine a little above medium, but not quite at high yet. So now you're gonna take your cauliflower and mince it up. I prefer, every time I cook with cauliflower, I do prefer like bigger chunks. And I know this is supposed to be rice. I still want it to be bigger chunked. So you can keep mincing this up until it's super, super tiny, but I do like how this is. So I'm gonna add it to the pan. Now you're just gonna let it cook and become softer. And then you're gonna add your egg. Since my corn and my peas were frozen, I did add that in next before the egg. And I actually might be using 2 eggs for this recipe, so we'll see. Carrots are now added with it. I haven't done any seasoning yet. Again, this is the first time I've ever made this, so I'm just experimenting. I hope it's good though. Okay, so I'm literally over here laughing. This does not look like cauliflower rice, but that's okay. I did add 2 eggs. I feel like I should have just added 1. I decided not to use salt, so I am gonna add my pepper. And if you guys have sesame seeds, please do add those. I do not have sesame seeds. The soy sauce, this is where it's gonna be most of the flavor. And some sriracha. Okay, it smells really good, I gotta be honest. And now I'm gonna let it do its thing. Okay, so after it's been cooking for a little while, it's almost done. You're gonna add your green onion. I love green onion. That's what makes everything so good. Green onion is delicious. So the dish is complete. This is everything that I made all on one plate. And that is a lot of food. I did try it. Super delicious, honestly. It is delicious. I probably prefer this over regular fried rice. And for those of you following calories like I am, in my messy handwriting, I tracked down all the calories for you guys. If you're curious, the Pam is 0 calories, cauliflower 80, onion 44, garlic 3, peas 25, corn 25. I did not use full servings of either of these. 2 eggs is 140, green onion 10, seasoning 0. The aminos and sriracha was 13, carrots 10. So that came out to 350 calories for all of this. Only 350 calories. That is an amazing meal. And it's colorful, full of vegetables. Yum. Right here I put versus real rice. I don't really know how much rice y'all would use, but the rice would probably add on another 400 to 600 to even 750 calories on top of all of this. It's just not worth it. And as you guys know, I did use Pam, which is 0 calories. If you would have used oil, it would have brought it up even like 200 more calories. So if you did it the way that I did it, only 350 calories for this whole dish, and it's super delicious. I'm gonna go eat it. I was gonna film a mukbang with it, but I kind of want to enjoy this in peace. So I hope you guys follow this instructional recipe because it's honestly amazing.
And that was part 1 of Amberlynn's cooking. Which concoction looked grossest to you? It truly seems to me like ALR doesn't like food itself as much as she likes the act of chewing and eating it. Those meals show that. Please let me know your thoughts and opinions, and thank you so much for being here. You are each so loved. Bye-bye.